Let me share something crucial. Listen closely. The most successful traders know how to spot and ride trends, but they also understand one key fact. Trends don't last forever. Just as Newton's law reminds us, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. In trading, this means that every trend eventually reverses. While seasoned traders rely on years of experience to anticipate these reversals using price action and patterns, imagine having an indicator that could do this for you, spotting potential reversals before they even happen. When paired with a reliable buy and sell signals indicator, this tool can deliver results that even experienced traders would find remarkable. And the best part, you don't need years of trading experience to use it. This strategy leverages advanced price action principles. If you're excited, don't forget to leave a like. Alright, without any further talks, let's get straight into it. To get started, we need to set up our indicators on TradingView, the platform I'll be using for this strategy. First, load the trading security you want to work with. I'm using the 5-minute time frame for Litecoin to showcase today's strategy. However, this strategy can be applied to various assets and time frames with the proper adjustments. Now, to add the first indicator to your chart, click on Indicators and search RedK by RedK Trader, and click it to apply it on the chart. Once loaded, you'll notice an indicator attached to the bottom of the chart that looks similar to RSI but also displays candle volumes. The RedK Effort indicator applies volume price analysis to evaluate the relative volume and price action of each bar. It works as a 100 by 100 oscillator, combining price action with relative volume to identify trends and potential reversals with precision. Now, let's adjust the settings. Keep the length at its default value, but change the moving average type from WMA to EMA. Leave all other settings as they are. Next, go to the Style tab, locate Prof Smooth, set the opacity to 100%, increase the thickness to the second option, and change the color to white. This adjustment enhances the line's visibility, making it easier to spot trade entries. Once that's done, click OK. Next, open the toolbar and select the Horizontal Line tool. Add a horizontal line at the 50 level. I recommend using a yellow color and setting the line thickness to the second option for better visibility. Repeat this process to add lines at the 70 level and the -50 level as well. Now let's see how to use this indicator as one of two conditions for identifying potential trade entries. I'll showcase one example of a buy setup and one for a sell setup to keep it straightforward. For a buy trade, you start by waiting for both lines on the indicator to dip below the -50 level, which is this horizontal line right here. Once they're below, look for the white line crossing the orange line in an upward direction. This indicates a potential bullish reversal. Additionally, confirm the setup by checking the green volume bar. It must be above the 70 level, which is the higher yellow horizontal line we've previously added manually. And here's an example. Notice how the lines drop below -50, the white line crosses upwards, and the green volume bar is above the 70 level, giving us the first confirmation for a buy setup. For a sell trade, wait until both lines rise above the 50 level. Then watch for the white line crossing the blue line downward. This signals a bearish trend. As with the buy setup, confirm the trade by checking that the orange volume bar is above the 70 level on the indicator. Here's an example. Both lines cross above 50, the white line moves downward, and the volume bar is above the 70 level, confirming the sell setup. And now, before we get into adding our main indicator, let's take a moment to review some examples of invalid signals so you can understand what to avoid when using this indicator. In this example, the white and orange lines cross upward, but they are not located below the -50 level at the time of the cross. This makes the signal invalid because it doesn't meet the key condition of being below -50 for a buy setup. Always ensure the lines are below -50 before considering a buy trade. Here's another invalid buy signal. This time, the white and orange lines cross below -50, making it a valid cross condition. However, the green volume bar is below the 70 level. Without the volume confirmation, this trade setup is incomplete and thus invalidated. Now, let's move on to sell trades. In this example, the white line crosses below the blue line, but the lines are not located above the 50 level when the cross occurs. This invalidates the sell signal because the key condition of being above 50 is not met. Finally, here's a case where the white lines crosses below the blue line. Both are above the 50 level, meeting the first condition for a sell setup. However, the orange volume bar is below the 70 level. Without the volume confirmation, this sell signal is also invalid. Now that we've explored how this indicator works, it's important to note that using it alone may not be consistently profitable, as it can still produce false signals despite being a very good indicator. That's why we'll use it as a second confirmation tool in our strategy. So we're going to add the main indicator needed to make this strategy more reliable. To add the main indicator to your chart, click on Indicators and search for Signals and Overlays by LuxAlgo. This is a premium indicator. Use my special link and test it 30 days risk-free. Once you've found it, click to add it to your chart. Now at this point, I know you may be thinking, but what exactly is the Signals and Overlays indicator? This toolkit from LuxAlgo is the most popular for a reason. It's packed with features designed for every trading style. It starts with a wide variety of presets and filters, tailored for trend traders, scalpers, swing traders, or even those who prefer trading against the trend. These presets ensure that no matter your approach, you'll find a setup that fits your style. It also includes machine learning signals, buy and sell signals, and candle coloring that adapts based on market conditions. The candle coloring uses green, red, and purple to indicate strong bullish, strong bearish, and retracement signals, making it easy to spot opportunities and understand market sentiment at a glance. Next are the indicator overlays like the Smart Trail, Neo Cloud, and Reversal Zones, which provide dynamic support and resistance levels. The Smart Trail adapts to market volatility, acting as both a trailing stop and an additional confluence for entries and exits. The Neo Cloud, similar to the Ichimoku Cloud, highlights trend strength and direction, while the reversal zones help traders pinpoint potential tops and bottoms for precise trade execution. For beginner traders, the toolkit also comes with automatic take profit and stop loss levels. These levels, displayed in real time, adjust based on conditions like buy and sell signals, indicator overlays, or even custom criteria you set in the alert creator. This feature not only simplifies trade management, but also helps new traders develop a disciplined approach. In the advanced settings, there's an autopilot sensitivity option, which adjusts the candle coloring and buy-sell signals depending on whether you prefer more or fewer trading opportunities to appear on your chart. Short-term settings highlight faster signals for scalpers, while long-term options provide smoother trends for swing traders. This level of customization ensures the indicator aligns perfectly with your goals. Finally, the toolkit includes a dashboard for quick trend and volatility insights, and a custom alert creator with extensive options. These features allow you to automate parts of your trading process, ensuring you don't need to monitor the charts constantly, or even integrate the toolkit into bot trading strategies. Alright, now that we understand how this indicator works, let's fine-tune its settings to align perfectly with today's strategy. Start by adjusting the settings in the Basic Settings section. Set the Presets and Filters option to None, change the signal mode to Confirmation and Exits, disable the ML signal classifier and set the candle coloring to Confirmation Simple. For signal sensitivity, I recommend using the autopilot sensitivity and setting it to Short Term. In the Dashboard section, set the dashboard location to Hidden. Next, in the Indicator Overlay section, disable the Smart Trail. It's enabled by default, and enable the Trend Catcher Overlay instead. Finally, go to the Style tab and uncheck both the bullish exit signals and the bearish exit signals. Once you've made these adjustments, click OK to save the settings. Now that the settings are configured, let's dive into the strategy and look at an example of a buy trade to see how everything works in action. For a valid buy trade, there are 4 rules that must be met. Rule number 1. The LuxAlgo indicator must print a buy signal. This can be either a regular buy or a strong buy signal. Rule number 2. The RedK Effort Indicator must show a crossover, just as we covered earlier in the video. Rule number 3. The green volume bar must confirm the buy trade by being above the 70 level. If you're unsure about how to use the RedK Effort Indicator correctly, feel free to rewatch the earlier section to ensure you've understood everything. And finally, rule number 4. If both indicators give a buy confirmation but not on the same candlestick, the 10 candlestick rule must be applied. This means it doesn't matter which indicator gives the buy confirmation first, but both must appear within 10 candlesticks. If this condition is not met, the buy setup is invalidated immediately. If all 4 rules are met, you can enter a buy trade. Set your stop loss at the recent low. For profit taking, we won't use a fixed risk-to-reward ratio. Instead, we'll use a manual approach to maximize profits by relying on the trend catcher. Stay in the trade as long as the trend catcher remains green. Once it switches to red and the color change is confirmed by a candle close, exit the trade, and lock in your profit. And here's another buy setup. The LuxAlgo indicator printed a buy signal, so the first rule is met at this candlestick. Within the RedK Effort Indicator, we can spot the bullish crossover right here, and the green volume bar is above the 70 level. All of these conditions appeared within the 10 candlestick rule, making this a valid buy trade setup. We set the stop loss at the recent low and closed the trade in profit right here, where the trend catcher switched from green to red. Now, let's look at how to take a sell trade. For the setup to be valid, there are 4 conditions that must be met. First, the LuxAlgo indicator needs to generate a sell signal. This can be either a regular sell or a strong sell signal. Second, the RedK Effort Indicator must display a cross-under, as demonstrated earlier in the video. Third, the volume bar must confirm the trade by being orange and positioned above the 70 level. If you're unsure about using the RedK Effort Indicator, you can revisit the earlier explanation to clear up any confusion. Lastly, if the sell signals from both indicators don't align on the same candlestick, the 10 candlestick rule comes into play. This means both confirmations must occur within a span of 10 candlesticks, regardless of which one appears first. If this condition isn't met, the setup is invalid. Once all conditions are satisfied, you can enter the sell trade. Place your stop loss at the recent high. For profit taking, we'll use a manual approach to capture higher profits by leveraging the trend catcher. Stay in the trade while the trend catcher remains red, and exit as soon as it turns green, and the color change is confirmed by a candle close. And here's another sell setup. The LuxAlgo indicator printed a sell signal, so the first rule is met at this candlestick. Within the RedK Effort Indicator, we can spot the bearish crossunder right here, and the orange volume bar is above the 70 level. All of these conditions appeared within the 10 candlestick rule, making this a valid sell trade setup. We set the stop loss at the recent high and closed the trade in profit right here, where the trend catcher switched from red to green. Feel free to adjust the settings to suit your personal trading style. Make sure to follow the steps I've outlined in the video, and don't hesitate to rewatch any sections if you need a refresher. To truly understand this strategy and optimize your results, practice it with at least 100 demo trades. This will help you fine-tune your approach and build confidence before transitioning to live trading. If you want to learn my best strategies for trading crypto, forex, and stocks, check out this video right here.